Florida lawmakers have a lot to do before the legislative session ends on April 30th, just a few weeks away, and that includes debating and finalizing proposals and setting the state's budget. And joining us live to talk more about it is former State Senate President Mike Haridopolos. Good to see you again. Thanks for sticking around.
Always a pleasure, Amy. Thanks so much.
So what are the biggest items on the to-do list as the session is starting to draw to the end?
Well, I'll tell you what, Florida has a great problem. They have too much money to spend. These are unique problems in Tallahassee. Their budget will probably be around $96 billion, an increase of about $4 billion from the previous year. And also, they've got about $10 billion on top of that to spend from Washington, D.C. This is part of the post-COVID relief bill that was put forth. And what Governor DeSantis has proposed is spending about half of it on helping out those frontline workers, those first responders who are so vital in the COVID relief. Each first responder would get a $1,000 bonus as kind of a job well done, would be a major part of this $10 billion spend.
Mike, what about the unemployment fund? I know that was depleted, obviously, because of the pandemic. Do they anticipate that they will stick some of that money in there?
Exactly. What Florida's been very good at in the last 10 years or so is putting money in what they call the rainy day fund. This means when they have good budget years, they don't go out and spend all of it. And so that rainy day fund has a lot of money in it. In addition, with that money coming in from Washington, D.C., that is going to allow them to put more money into the unemployment compensation fund, which was greatly depleted, as you put perfectly, because of the COVID crisis. So by having that combination of the old rainy day fund and this new money coming in from Washington, D.C., and not spending it all like so many other states are doing immediately, it should allow us to buffer in and make sure the future people who have problems with unemployment can be helped out without busting the budget.
Mike, we've seen this a lot over the last week or so. The governor not afraid to go toe-to-toe with 60 Minutes. He was very unhappy with that interview, felt like that it was not portrayed accurately. He went toe-to-toe with YouTube, upset that they took down that town hall that he had because one panelist said that they did not recommend masks for children. Do you feel like this is going to serve him well as he moves forward, or could this backfire?
Well, the good part for the governor right now, he's speaking from truth. I mean, he really did a nice job with 60 Minutes. And when he gave the answers, he showed how 60 Minutes kind of doctored the tape. And when Democrats, who are not exactly your best friends in the state of Florida, are coming to your defense, it's probably a pretty good sign for the governor. He's enjoying very high approval ratings, and more people are talking about him running for president of the United States. And what he's doing, in my opinion, he's confronting the press, but doing it in a not sarcastic way, but saying, you said this, here are the facts, and then here's the video to back it up. It's a very smart strategy, and if he continues to do this, I think he'll enjoy high approval ratings like he is currently.
All right, Mike Haridopolos, always great to talk to you. Thanks for taking the time to be with us this morning.
Always a pleasure, Amy. Have a great week.
You too. All right, coming up, why